Okay, D13 is the nylon spacer, and this is all about auxiliary views. An auxiliary view is a different view of either a plan, an elevation, and it's really just to give a bit more detail. Tends to be, in the first case anyway, the elevation, it's projected from the plan as normal. Just to remind you, your elevation is always projected from your plan, or your plan's projected from your elevation, so they kind of come down like that in an orthographic sense. But an auxiliary elevation is projecting from the plan but at an angle. In this case we're projecting at 30 degrees, so you're going to use your 30-60 set square, and just like you would if you were projecting from the plan to do an elevation normally, where you would project down and that would give you all your kind of horizontal distances, you do the same. The difference this time is we've got an elevation, and the auxiliary elevation, we're going to use the information from the plan plus the elevation, a bit like an end elevation, you could say. So how do we do it? Well, let's look at what we've got first of all. This is the nylon spacer. It's a wee spacer that's been used, I think it says for double glazing or something like that, or for a window. This bit's been cut off. That's phantom lines you see there. The long short means it's a phantom line, so that's not there, that section. This bit's been cut flat, as you can see there. Oh sorry, left flat, and this bit's been cut. So that's a flat bit there, that's not there. So what we do is we project from here down, okay? And what I'll do first of all is I'll extend this line, because this is going to be a sort of bottom or bottom of the elevation, and I'm going to project down from initially all the kind of key points, right? So from this edge here and this edge here. Okay, so that's the bottom of the slope there. I'm going to project from this far point here. As you can see, I need to extend that a bit more. And from this point here. Okay. And I'm going to project from here also, which is where the centre line is, and from where this centre line is. Okay, and that gives me a reasonable number of points. Okay, ideally though I'd get some more points from the curves so that I can get some information, but I'm going to use what I've done so far. I'm going to use and take some information from the elevation to work out the heights here. So just to show you, I've come from this point here, so that's there, that ties up with there with the centre line. I've also come from that point there, it's right at the bottom. Okay, I've come from that point, which is in line with that as well, from that point, which is in line. So I can start taking some sizes. So from this side here, just follow it down. I've got a height, it's right to the very top, so I'll measure that and mark that one here. So that's the point there. From the centre line, from the bottom, measure to that point there. So I can mark that one here, and also it's the opposite side of the centre line, I can mark it on here. This edge here is right flat on the bottom, so I can put a point there, and this edge is flat on the bottom as well. Okay, now this line here is at the same height as that, so I'm just, I should have marked that this time, but never mind. So it's at that height there. So mark that one here. Okay, so this back part would actually be a straight line. So get our set square and draw in a straight line there. And then what it does is it curves down here to here and curves down here, okay? Also, this would be a straight line here, okay? Now, to get a bit more information about the curving, and obviously we need to deal with the bit in the middle there as well, we'll do that in a minute. We're going to do some generators on this, okay? So just using your set square. So I'm going to do generator there and there. Turn it over here and here. There's no point doing that there because I'm not going to get any information because it's beyond the cut, and there's not really any point doing it there either. Okay, so I'm just going to take from these points. So I'll project these down onto. That's quite, seems to be quite badly out for some reason. Let's just check that actually. Right, so that's there. And that one is here. Gone a bit off there with that line. Okay, so that should be there. That one's just a bit off. Okay, so we're going to project down from here and here and find the height of these. Also project them onto this. Pretty much coincides with that point, so that's okay. Right, so what height have we got here? Well, we can measure that. If I just continue that right down. There. I'll also do this one as well. So, let's see, that one was a bit off. If I can get that angle. Like this. It's a bit off. It should be there. So project down from that point, all the way down. I can do some heights from there as well. That's to there. Okay, so let's mark these heights. So this first one, measure that height there, and let's come in. Here. So we'll mark a wee height there, and then the other one, the other side, it's over here. Okay, and then from the other part, it's more or less in the same position, to be honest. So there's not really any point in measuring or marking that. So let's just draw in what we've got. So we've got a curve here. Curves round to that point there where it's flat, and we've got a curve here, so it curves out to there and then swings back round and to there. Okay, and that part is straight. So that's the basic shape that we've got. I'll just firm that in a bit. Okay, so now we just need to deal with the cut out in the middle there. So from each of these points, I'm just going to go for a different colour actually, just to try and make it a bit easier. Let's get a line. Okay, I think I'll show you that in the next video actually, because this video is getting a bit long.